Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about a book called The Child Called It. I'm sorry I don't have the book right now, but the book is 20 years old. I'm going to touch on three main points. Who is David Purcell? What the book is about? And how did David get the help he needed? This book will leave you breathtaking, jaw-dropping, emotional, and unbelievable. My name is Jonay, and I was assigned to this book 20 years ago when I first decided that I wanted to start college. I was assigned to this book by my psychology professor. He wanted us to do a paper on abuse. I was so amazed when I was reading this book that I couldn't believe what was happening. But then on some levels, I can relate to Dave. He was emotional, physically, abused by his parent. I was emotionally abused as a child, so on some levels I kind of understand. I believe the worst crime that can be committed by a loved one is child abuse or any kind of abuse towards them. Now, who is Dave Purcell? Dave Purcell is the best-selling author. He wrote several books on childhood, adulthood, and several helps. For his books, he have got previous awards from presidents: Bill Clinton, Ronald Reagan, both George Bush and W. Bush. He was recognized through all of the ordeal that he has been through in his life. And he came out to be an outstanding citizen. But his most best-selling book was The Child Called It. The reason why? He was abused as he was a kid by his mom. His mom was a drunk, an alcoholic. She never referred to him by his name, but the boy. His brothers couldn't even call him by his name. He wore clothes for 3 years straight to school. It was a very big ordeal for him. He had to sleep on the basement floor, eat his own vomit. He was starved. He even called the bathroom the gas chamber because his mother would mix Clorox and bleach together and send him in there. His dad was away a lot for work, but when he was home, he did not bother to help him. He just gave up until he finally left the family. Dave had to think of ways to outsmart his mom, just to think of surviving the ordeal that he's been through. If he would get to eat, he only got to eat leftovers that his brothers left on the plate, or nothing at all. It all really depends on how the mom felt, if he was good or not. But when you read this book, you're just going to see the ordeals that he's really been through. But I'm going to tell you where you can get these books at. Dave just dreamed of ways for someone to help him, to get him out of that ordeal. He didn't know when he would be able to get out of it, but he did. You know, he went back to dreaming of how his mother was loving, how they did trips, how they did all this. And then finally, his dream came true of getting help he deserved and he wanted. One of his teachers finally stepped in and called Children's Services, and he was placed in foster care. But I'm telling you, it's so emotional that you'll cry, because you would never believe how a parent can do that to a child. You can get these books at Amazon, DePazell.com, his official website, eBay, Half Price Books. But you can also download the first 100 page from www.sps.org. It's the 100 first pages. But then you can go to YouTube and put in The Child Called It book. It will give you the whole book audio to where you could just listen to it. With that, you could put in your imagination on what he's been going through and imagine all the things that he needs and what he endured in his life. I hope this gave you a better insight on the book. And I would like for you to have a blessed day. Thank you.